Money roll, yeah, I'm looking at the bank statements, I do not want to jail, yeah, nuts with my gang, you be just a stain, copper on my chain.
What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a great day as usual. So for this video, guys, I'm switching it up a little bit. I'm going to be doing a reaction to a scene from Inglourious Basterds, one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies of all time, probably second after Kill Bill, because I think Kill Bill is his most artistic, so I love that movie. I'll probably be doing a lot of reactions to scenes throughout that movie, but for this video, I'm going to be doing a reaction to the Strudel scene in Inglourious Bastard, a very tense scene. Great acting performances. Christoph Waltz kills the scene. The French lady, I'm not sure what her name is, but in the movie her name's Shoshana. She kills that scene too. Both these actors and actress pretty much carry the whole movie. I thought they pretty much had one and two of the best performances in the movie. So a great scene. And the importance of this scene, if you really don't understand what's going on, you might miss the subtleties and the nuance of the scene, but pretty much the whole scene is crazy because Christoph Waltz knows who Shoshana is. She's an escaped Jewish, pretty much part of a family that escaped an execution at the hands of SS Landa. She's just trying to live her life. She got to a new city, trying to continue, like I said, living her life. He ends up in the same city. She ends up actually dating a Nazi soldier, and that's how she ends up at the table. He knows who she is. They both know who each other are, but they're pretty much not saying anything in terms of what's going on. So the whole nuance and subtlety of the scene is great because the strudel, Jewish people can't eat strudel because it's made with pork fat, so that's kosher. So that's why he orders the strudel in the first place. Also, he says wait for the cream because he knows Jewish people can't eat cream. That's also kosher, right? So again, two nuances that he knows, especially that Jewish people can't do, that he's actually just doing to rub it in Shoshana's face, you know, to see if she's actually going to say, hey, I'm a Jewish person, I can't do that, or if she's going to play along with his game, right? Not only that, but he orders milk. And then the significance of that is because he was drinking milk right before he executed her family. So very crazy, intense scene at that point. And then it seems like at the end of the conversation or their discussion that he's gonna bust her. He's gonna pretty much expose who she is to everybody, and then he just lets her go. So just a highly intense scene. Great performances, like I said, but let's jump into the clip, guys. I could ramble about this movie for ages. Great scene, great movie in general. If you haven't seen it, go check it out, but we're jumping into the clip, so let's go.
Avez-vous goûté le strudel ici? Non, il n'est pas si mauvais. Alors, comment se fait-il que le jeune soldat et vous ayez fait connaissance? Oui, 2 strudels, un pour moi et un pour la demoiselle. Pour moi, un café serré, et pour la demoiselle, un verre de lait.
I love her face too.
Vous commenciez à expliquer?
Il y a encore 2 jours, j'ignorais l'existence du soldat Zoller et de ses exploits. Pour moi, le soldat n'était qu'un client de mon cinéma. Nous avons discuté quelques fois, mais...
Mademoiselle, permettez-moi de vous interrompre. Ceci est une simple formalité. Aucune raison de vous inquiéter.
He murdered her family, bro. Like...
Veuillez m'excuser, j'ai oublié de commander la crème.
Again, cream, that's kosher too. The milk and the cream are both kosher, but the milk is just insult to injury.
Attendez la crème.
I love his reaction too. He's like so jolly, so happy. Great acting.
Alors, Emmanuel. Puis-je vous appeler Emmanuel?
Oui.
Et donc, Emmanuel, expliquez-moi, comment se fait-il qu'une jeune femme comme vous en arrive à posséder un cinéma?
Quentin Tarantino always does close-ups on something in terms of food in his movies, if you watch closely.
Après vous.
Look at her reaction after she takes a bite. She's never had it before, right? He knows that too.
Verdict.
That's why he's like, is it good?
Comme je disais, pas si mauvais.
Great scene. Great acting.
Vous commenciez à expliquer l'origine de votre possession du cinéma.
À l'origine, le cinéma appartenait à ma tante et à mon oncle.
Comment s'appelle-t-il?
Jean-Pierre et Ada Migneux.
Où sont-ils à présent?
Mon oncle a été tué pendant la Blindstream.
Oh, navré. Continuez.
Tante Ada est morte de fièvre au printemps dernier.
Regrettable. On m'a été signalé que vous employez un nègre. Est-ce vrai?
Oui. C'est un Français. Il
The
s'appelle
Germans
Marcel.
don't like black people, dog, straight up.
Il a travaillé avec ma tante et mon oncle depuis l'ouverture du cinéma. C'est la seule personne qui travaille avec moi.
Faire quoi?
Oh, you know what they do.
Projectionniste.
Il est valable?
C'est le meilleur.
En fait, on peut voir en quoi ce peut être un bon métier pour eux.
So precise.
Savez-vous faire marcher un projecteur?
Bien sûr.
Non. Connaissant le ministre du Reich comme je le connais, je suis en mesure d'affirmer qu'il ne voudrait pas que la réussite ou l'échec de son illustre soirée dépende de la prouesse d'un nègre.
Le poisse de la neck.
Donc, s'il est admis que l'événement se tiendra effectivement dans votre établissement, talentueux sans doute comme votre nègre peut l'être, c'est vous qui actionnerez les projecteurs. C'est acceptable?
Damn, she's planning some shit out in her head already,
vrai.
huh? She's got those crazy ass.
Elles ne sont pas françaises. Elles sont allemandes.
She's sitting down having like a dessert with the person that killed her family, you know?
Il y avait une autre chose que je voulais vous demander. Mais maintenant,
Yo.
sur ma vie, impossible de m'en souvenir. Enfin, bon, ce ne devait pas être important.
He was about to
Ce soir.
expose her ass, yo. That's why she's like in tears almost. Yo, that scene's amazing. Yo, let's have a little discussion, guys. Guys, a great scene, an amazing scene, amazing performances. This is just one of many great scenes throughout the whole movie. Like I said, the intro is probably the best intro to any movie I've ever seen in my entire life. I'll probably do a review of that or reaction to that scene sometime down the line, but I'm just gonna let you guys know again, just run through what happened throughout the scene and how SS Landa knows who she really is. And they're both he's pretty much just testing her. And the reason why he's able to do that is because he's a great detective. You know what I mean? He's probably the greatest detective at that time. And not only that, but he's a great villain. You don't really know what he's going to do. He's almost like a Thanos type of level villain, you know? He's not just all bad. He's not going to kill you all the time. Sometimes he's going to be menacing. Sometimes he's going to do some Jedi mind tricks with your brain. He's going to like try and get in your brain and manipulate you. He's just in control of every situation that he's in up until the end of the movie, and that's what really makes him a menacing villain and a great villain, a very well written villain. And I like how they did this movie too. I like how they kept it in a foreign language like French. It adds a lot of substance to the movie. It adds a lot of like weight. It makes it feel real, you know? So I love how they're in France and they're both speaking French, but he's a German and she's French, I believe, right? So like I said, great performances. I can't believe this movie is just so good. So let me just run down what happens and how he's testing her specifically. So the first thing is, again, he orders strudel knowing that there's pig fat, and pig anything used in terms of pork is kosher. In terms of the Jewish religion, they're not allowed to eat that. He also orders her milk, which is kosher too, and like I said earlier, he has that right before he kills her family, that's probably the most insulting thing he could do. And then he also orders cream for the top of the strudel, knowing that that is also kosher. So is she gonna stand up to her principles or allow herself to be tested and manipulated? And then at the end of the scene, he was pretty much like, you guys saw that pause that he did and he forgot what he was gonna say. He was pretty much just gonna expose her. He was pretty much just telling her without speaking it that he knows who she is and he's allowing her to live. That's the type of villain I love in movies. The menacing, manipulative, mind-altering type of person who's gonna pretty much play with your emotions, play with your psyche, play with your spirit, and play with you physically, you know, because he's in power. So great performances by Christoph Waltz, guys. Great subtlety and nuance to the scene. I mean, if you haven't seen this movie, go out and see it. Or if you have seen it, just watch it again and watch it. Pay close attention to the scenes throughout the movie, because this movie is really great. And like I said, it's probably one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies of all time. Ranked second only to Kill Bill Volume 1. And then Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. And you know, you guys know, whatever. You know, like I could ramble all day about Quentin Tarantino movies, but I'm going to wrap this video up, guys. So take care of yourself. Stay safe, because it is a crazy world and there are a lot of crazy people. But most importantly, guys, peace.